Hey everybody, I'm Timree and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do one of my most famous paintings and it is all the rage this year, and that is the glittered unicorn. Okay, so let's get started. I always like to start with my 4 main brushes, but sometimes I have a little extra one. And the first one we have is our largest brush here, and that is our fatty. The next one is a little bit smaller, that's our medium brush. Then we're going to skip a brush, we'll find our littlest brush, that's our baby. And then we have one that's in between our baby and our medium, and we call that the tween. Sometimes when I use a larger canvas, I like to use my extra large fatty brush, and we're definitely going to use it this time. So let's start with our glittered unicorn. I always like to choose a colored background of your choice. So if you want to do pink, purple, whatever, but today I'm going to do turquoise for you. So here we go. I'm going to take my extra large fatty brush, tap a little water, and I'm going to zhuzhy the white, and I'm going to really push it and move it. I always like to say push it and move it because you want to get a big chunk of white, the biggest chunk you possibly can. And then I'm going to grab a chunk of turquoise background. Notice I don't even mix it, I just chunk it just like that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take it like so. You'll notice that I already glittered the unicorn horn for you, and you just want to be very careful right next to that horn, like so. And you'll notice that when you paint, you have white moments and turquoise moments, and that's what you want. You want to kind of embrace that all the different kind of textures of the paint, white, turquoise, all that. And whenever you kind of get like a scratchy feel like that, that means that you need to add more water on your paint. So just tap a little water, chunk a little bit more white, a little turquoise. And again, you're just going to be really careful right next to that glitter, just like so. So it's okay to kind of take your time sometimes. Oops, got a little bit on there. Let's go ahead and kind of shape out his or her nose here. I like to kind of think sometimes, like what are you going to name your unicorn as you're painting? In my case, we'll name her Sparkles. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this in just like that. Again, I'm constantly adding a little turquoise and just kind of blend it in. Turquoise and white, just like so. And notice again, it's like a little darker up here. That's okay. And this is the time where if you want to paint the sides, then go for it. Okay, let's go ahead and paint in our unicorn. So I like to use a nice fresh white, so I went ahead and made myself a nice fresh white palette here. I'm just going to scoot that like that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my extra large fatty brush, make sure it's super clean, and dig right into that white, push it, move it, and I'm going to grab the biggest chunk I possibly can. I always like to use a lot of paint. Number one, I don't have a lot of patience to keep reloading my paintbrush, and it just kind of gets the job done, just like so. And kind of round the nose just a little bit. And also, when you keep it really chunky with white paint or chunky paint, that allows all your colors to blend really nicely with it. Okay, so I know it's hard for you to see on the camera, but we're going to go ahead and start doing the shadow. So here comes my other plate. And let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and grab my medium brush. I'm going to grab my medium brush, tap a little water, and I'm going to take that black and I'm going to flat that black. Flat it, and I might grab just like a little bit of white and make a nice gray color. Now I flat my brush because your brush goes 2 ways. Your brush can go fatty and your brush can go skinny. So in my skinny position, I'm just going to take it, I'm just going to do a nice little, kind of go around it like so. And I'm going to kind of do the little neck here. I'm just going to kind of blend it, not taking it too seriously, just kind of here and there. I might grab just a little bit more black and just kind of shadow it down, just like so. So you get a nice little shape to our unicorn, so you can really see her. Okay, great. Washy. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my medium brush again, grab some more white, and I forgot to do her little ear, so let's go ahead and put her ear up there. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of that nice light petal pink, like so, and then I'm going to kind of flat my brush and go ahead and do that little shadow of the gray, so that way you really accents it. Okay, let's go ahead and do her hair. I'm going to take my you know, I'm gonna go ahead and take my fatty brush, tap a little water, and I'm gonna zhuzh you the bright red color. So I'm gonna take that, and again, I'm grabbing a big chunk of it. Careful of that turquoise next to it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it out. Flip it like so. Again, I'm always being very careful next to the glitter. And if you kind of pick up some of the white from the unicorn, that's okay. That's what you want. You want it to have like a cute, you know, accent to it. And in fact, you can even embrace it. Grab just a tiny little corner of white and just have that little highlight right there on her hair. Okay, let's go ahead and washy. And the next color we're gonna do is pink. So let's go ahead, and I got this hot pink. It almost looks like the color of red. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of white, mixy to get kind of like a really pretty, almost like bubblegum color. One of my favorite colors. And I'm gonna bring it here, and I'm just gonna go ahead. And I'm always very chunky with my paint. And maybe she kind of comes down here and has another little curl. Of course she does. Of course, our unicorn has beautiful flowing hair. Now, after that, we're gonna go right into orange. I don't even wash my brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of that hot pink, maybe a little red, and I'm gonna take a chunk of that pretty yellow. Just take a big chunk of it. And again, I barely even mix it on my canvas. I just go, or on my palette, I just kind of go for it. So I'm gonna take it just like so. Just like so for her hair. Now I'm gonna wash my brush because we're gonna do yellow next. We want a nice, beautiful, bright, sunshine yellow. So I'm just gonna take it. I literally am taking a big chunk, just like that, and kind of blending it into my orange, like so, adding a little luscious curls to it, just like that. I'm not even gonna wash my brush. I go right into the yellow again, little turquoise, and I'm gonna mixy to get a really pretty lime green color. So I'm gonna take that lime green and I'm gonna grab a little chunk of that dark green just to give it a little texture, just like so. Again, nothing too serious, just like a little bit here and there. So what's next? Blue. So let's go ahead and washy our brush, just like so. Grab a chunk of that dark blue. And I always like to add a little bit of highlight to it. So I'm gonna take that dark blue and corner the white. I'm always kind of constantly cornering the white with something. So again, just taking that, ooh, maybe a little curl again, just like so. And again, if you need to paint the side, now's the time to do it. You never wanna kind of go back and have to paint the side. Washy your brush. I'm gonna go ahead, take a chunk of that dark purple, and that's really dark. So what do? We take it, we add a little bit of white. Let's go ahead and color that in for the perfect set of rainbow colors, very unicorn-esque. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna grab my baby brush, tap a little water, and zhuzh the white. Now I like, of course, if our unicorn's named Sparkle, we're gonna add some sparkle. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna show you how to do the proper sparkle. I take it and I do a little X just like that. I grab a little bit more white and I'm gonna pull it down, long pull through, little baby, just like that. And then I'm gonna come up here, I might do another one, little X, tall pull through, long pull through. And again, if you get too much paint on your brush, like if you're getting too much orange, you could just wipe it off on your towel, grab a chunk of white. I'll do another little baby one here, just like so. And then let's add a couple up here by her little horn, just like that, just like that. And then we need to have like little twinkles. So I'm gonna take it, maybe have some little twinkles kind of going around her. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Just 1, 2, 3. I like to do 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Nothing too crazy. Maybe you're like, oh, 4, 5, 6. You know, just like a little, just to kind of add a little something to it. Maybe do a little baby one, a little sparkle there. Nothing too crazy, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take my baby brush, I'll wipe it off, zhuzh the black, and we're gonna do her little nostril and her nose. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm just gonna do a little dot, and it's almost like a little comma. like a little comma right there. I might add a little white to it just to kind of soften it out. And then I'm going to grab my tween brush. We haven't quite used that yet. So I'm going to grab my tween, zhuzh the black. We're going to do her eye, okay? And I'm going to zhuzh the black, and I'm just going to kind of like put a dot just so I kind of know where I'm going to place it. And I'm just going to lightly push my brush just like so. Notice that it's getting into the white, so it's kind of gray. So sometimes you can just wipe off your brush, just grab a chunk of black, and I'm barely touching the canvas. I'm barely touching the canvas just like that. Okay, so we're not done because of course our unicorn needs to have eyelashes. So I'm gonna take my baby brush, I'm gonna go ahead and zhuzh the black, but this time I'm gonna zhuzh and I'm gonna twist it to a point. Just zhuzh and twist it to a point. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna have it kind of come down just like so. And then we're gonna flip up her beautiful eyelashes. We're gonna take it and we're just gonna flip it up. 1, 2, 3. Just less is more, okay? Just 3 pretty eyelashes, okay? I'll wipe off my brush, grab a little white, and I'm just gonna kind of hook a little backwards C like that, maybe a little dot, a little twinkle in her eye, like so. And honestly, oh, I know what she needs. We'll add one more thing. I think she needs a pretty little rosy cheek. And we'll just grab some of that light pink just to kind of give a nice little rosy cheek. I'll put a little white in it, like so. Got a little black in my brush, just to add just some more pretty, I mean, sometimes you can barely see it. It's just those little touches that add that special little touch to your painting. And honestly, I think she looks beautiful. So the most important part of your painting is you must sign your name. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that bubblegum pink since that's like one of my most favorite colors. So I'm gonna take that, go ahead and sign my name, Timree. And we all know my last name is Gold, so I'm gonna add a little gold. And there you go. Thanks so much. Hey everyone, would you like to see more paintings just like this one? Well, subscribe below and leave a comment on other kind of glittery paintings you want to see. Make sure to go to timree.com to see other things I do, and if you're in love with this unicorn, contact us and you're welcome to purchase.